That guy's going way too fast. Good morning. Taking a nice, slow, easy ride today. I think I'll go. Yeah, I'll go around the little loopy. I guess you can call it that. Today I wanted to talk about why I post videos of my rides. Riding's fun. I want to encourage people to do it. You'll notice I rarely have any incidents, so even people cutting me off and stuff is still, I kind of know what they're doing. I usually don't have to yell at anybody. In fact, I rarely yell at anybody. I'm pretty easygoing. I realize people are dumb even when they do that, but I know that lady in the silver car. She didn't recognize me though. Anyway, technically speaking, they should be moving over a lane. They shouldn't pass me in this lane to my immediate left. But the city hasn't done a lot to tell people that other than put up billboards that are unclear. They just say, move lanes to pass cyclists. Well, half the drivers don't even pay attention to billboards anyway because they're distracting, and they're everywhere in this town. And you drive down some of the main streets and that's all you see is billboards. So, we just ignore them. But the other part is it's not very clear. Even the law itself isn't written all that clearly. It does say move over one lane for cyclists, but I don't know. Supposedly, even if I'm in the bike lane, they're supposed to keep that lane empty. Really and truly right here, they should be moving over because technically I'm in the lane. But I stay over here on the shoulder. I don't mind. The difference is, if I'm not screaming about it and stuff, people don't see me as an antagonistic cyclist. They tend to give me my room. They tend to be nice. And some people even talk to me. basically what I'm saying is cycling is a rather peaceful activity for the most part. I have my reasons for doing it, and I'm sure lots of people have their own reasons for doing it. There are those that assume that we're doing it to save the planet, and some people are. I'm not. That's just an extra benefit. I'm only doing it so I can get some blood flowing and get some exercise here because I'm getting fat. And I do it because I find that when I do it, I'm happier throughout the day because I got some of that angst out of me, I guess. So I enjoy it. I do it because it puts a smile on my face. That's the real reason why I cycle. And I've actually missed it for the past about year and a half or so. Well, 9 months for sure, but even before then, I've really missed it. So it's kind of nice. Let's go down this road. I don't know that I've ever been down this road. Yeah, I'm sure I have, but let's see what kind of interesting sights we have here today. We got a lowered truck. I don't care for that, but someone might. Oh, that's a pretty house. So yeah, like I said, it's calm, it's peaceful, gets the blood flowing, gives you some exercise, gets that tension out of you, just makes you feel good. The only time it doesn't make you feel good is when you crash, because that sucks. I hate crashing. And I've done my share. Not sure if you can see this, but and you probably won't be able to because I don't know that I'll be able to show it. Right here I got a nice scar from one not too long ago. We'll go this way, then we'll go down Washington. I like going that way. There's no stop sign where I just was, so don't say, he ran the stop sign, because there isn't one. Now, I understand a lot of people like to show all the troubles they have. You know what, sometimes I do show the troubles I have, because it is aggravating the way some people act around cyclists when those people are in their car. Like this bike lane I'm about to go down, when I turn left, I was coming up the other way and I had a lady beep at me while I was in that bike lane. She was angry that I wasn't on the sidewalk. And I'm like, this is a bike lane. I'm allowed to be here. So I saw her pointing at me and yelling. I don't know if she was angry I wasn't on the sidewalk, but she was angry I was where I was. So I just said, whatever. And I did post that video. You can't really see it. You can hear me. You can see I'm riding. You can see the lines, and then you can hear her beep and pass. You can't really see what she does or anything like that. Kind of a bummer. But oh well. And I don't even chalk that up to a big issue because it wasn't scary or anything. It was just like, what the heck is wrong with you? Kind of feeling. It made me laugh, if anything. And a lot of the encounters I have are similar to that, where I'm just like, what the heck was that? And that's it. I just laugh and go on about my day. I've had a few major encounters where people have been threatening, and I have to admit, one of them was brought on by me because the guy beeped and made a motion, and then I chased him down and proceeded to yell at him, and he yelled at me, and he almost got out and tried to fight me, but he backed down. I tell people, I don't know if I would have taken him. Honestly, I think he could have taken me, but I don't think he expected me to stand up. I think he expected me to run away, and I didn't. But win or lose, win the fight or lose the fight, nobody wins in a street fight as far as I'm concerned. The other three memorable dangerous ones were another guy beeped at me in the same spot. Actually, that wasn't that dangerous. He beeped at me, and I ended up catching him at the next light. And I just said, "Is there a problem?" And he said, "You're not supposed to be there." And I said, "Yeah, I can. Cyclists are allowed to take the full lane." I pointed at the sign, and he goes, "Oh." That was it. I don't see why I'm not allowed in the full lane. That little scooter that can barely manage 25 miles an hour can take the full lane. So, yeah. Another time there was a lady, I was going in a narrow section, and I take the full lane in the narrow section. And this lady stayed behind me and just beeped and beeped and beeped. And then as she went around me, she pointed and yelled, "Move over." I couldn't hear her because she had her windows up, but I could see her. And I said no, shook my head no, and she swerved into my lane and beeped as she did so. And I'll tell you, at that moment, I was glad I took the full lane because I had room to move. That was dangerous and dumb on her part. She took off too. She did that and then she floored it. And it's a 30 zone, and she was probably got up to about 100 while she was in there. Because she knew that if I caught her, I probably would have turned that into the police. Because that was bad. And then another one was a guy in a BMW Z3. Look at that. Guy in a BMW Z3 saw me. I was hunkered down in a sprint with the wind in my back. I was in a 35 zone and I was doing well over 30. And this guy floored it to get by me. He pulled out from a side street and then he floored it to get by me and cut me off to pull into a parking lot. So he had to, probably doing about 40 when he went by me, but then he had to slam on his brakes and get right in front of me. And as soon as he passed, I could see he was going to turn. So I hit the brakes. I sat up and hit the brakes because I was down in sprint mode. And I was doing emergency braking and I still only missed him by about a foot, if that. And that was scary. So I went in and chased that dude down into the parking lot. And here's how I approached it. I didn't say, dude, you almost killed me, because he doesn't care about me. Otherwise he wouldn't have done that. He cares about himself. So I said, dude, I came real close to hitting that really nice car of yours. I could have put a nice scratch on it or a nice dent in it at the speed I was going. And you would have had to stop and wait for the cops and all that stuff. That changed his attitude. He was like, oh, really? I said, yeah, I was less than a foot away from you when you made that turn. And I mean, I had to hit the brakes real hard to keep from slamming into this car. You know, that could have been nasty for such a nice car. Truth be told, I don't really care for this BMW Z4, but it made him think about it. This guy's, I don't know if he's leading or painting. I didn't see that big old bush right in front of him. He started to turn out toward me when I was passing him, but I couldn't see around the guys. I was already next to him when I saw the bush, and I just said, you know, I got to get out of here. Anyway, yeah, putting it in that perspective made him go, oh man, dude, I'm sorry about that. I'm glad you didn't hit me. And then I said, I was doing at least 30, probably closer to 33, 34 miles an hour. And he said, well, I didn't see you. I said, well, you did see me because you floored it to get around me. So I know you saw me. And he then apologized and said, yeah, you're right. You know, I'm sorry, I won't do that again. That one was scary. That was one of the scariest. Anyway. Well, I'm done. Keep being awesome and click those buttons and ride safe, you know, because riding is fun. I'll be on your left. Well, I'll be seeing you on your left.